Hello everyone, this is Katia with Living with Aspergers. This week I would like to talk about relationships, not necessarily only love relationships, but friendships as well, and where you might think it might be difficult, to be in a relationship with someone who has Aspergers or, some elements of autism as well. Obviously it comes with quite a few challenges and and sometimes people that are in a relationship with someone with Asperger's may feel that they have quite a lot of social responsibility and they take the lead on many different decisions and organizations and they kind of feel like they have to speak clearly to a person with Asperger's, like you speak with kids and they may feel really unhappy about that situation. From my point of view, I just wanted to say that people with Asperger's, they are not deliberately trying to annoy you or frustrate you. It's just the way they are, really. The way we are. We can be at times emotionally detached or even over emotional. I can go from being really, being honest and saying, no, I don't miss you, or I've not missed you at all, or to be, oh my God, I can't live with you. And it's like the extremes of it. It's like a black and a white situation. And there's a lot of things that I don't get when it comes to relationships because there's all these unwritten rules of behavior. I did find it easier once I went to uni and did my first degree in clinical psychology. And that was much easier for me to understand behavior. Alas, all behaviors have exceptions, all rules have exceptions. And that's where I sometimes, trip up because I kind of seem to be lost quite a lot in what people say and then what they do. And then I have very high expectations of their behaviors. And once you have very high expectations, you're more likely to be let down. Being in a relationship as well with a person with Asperger's, you can expect definitely a few things. You can expect honesty, you can expect a lot of truth, you can expect a lot of loyalty, very good friendship as well. You end up being good buddies with that person, and quite a lot of fun. Even sometimes a person does not, like, I don't realize people are having fun, when I'm just being me. And apparently that's funny. So there's a lot of ups and downs, like with anything in life, there's a lot of ups and downs. We tend to see problems that need solutions, and how we're going to go about it is by going over and over things until we properly move away or moving on with things. We have to tidy them up and put them in boxes and sort them out in our heads. Until we do that, it's like we find it really hard to just get on with something. So that might mean that you'll be talking for the next week about something that happened specifically because we haven't quite moved on with it, because we don't understand how that happened. So therefore we'll want to talk about it. And sometimes talking is not easy. So we might prefer to write things down. I'm very much a person that writes things down because I get taken by what the person is going to say, and then I can't say what I'm saying. So I write. In fact, when I was a child, I used to write 10-page letters to my parents explaining why I was unhappy because they did A, B, or C, and they couldn't get it. They couldn't get it how something so minimal had affected me so much. So I did prefer, and I do prefer sometimes, to communicate via writing things because I get so lost in speaking to people. A pointer when you are in a relationship or you have friendship with a person with Asperger's is don't be ambiguous and do not assume they know how you feel. In fact, that goes for anybody out there, for all of us. Never assume that the person you are with or you are friends with, they know how you feel, and vice versa, that you know how they feel. Because we are all very different, and what goes in our brains is never what we transfer to our behavior, and we seem to sometimes not be able to communicate exactly what we want to say. So it can be quite stressful when people are trying to explain to each other how each other feels. And another thing that I noticed is that I personally have a lot of obsessive behaviors and repetitive behaviors and my routines. And when I have to share my space, either with a friend or with a partner, there is a lot of give and take from that. And that can be extremely stressful, and it takes a lot of working at that with a person that has Asperger's. Bear in mind, that individual probably has been doing that for years and years and years, and not doing it. It might be like there is no right way to do it, and everything you'll be doing, it seems to be wrong, but it's just because we've never seen the alternative way, and it takes time. Anyway, so I hope this helped, talking about relationships. I'm very sure that we're probably going to talk more about relationships in the future. Remember, don't be ambiguous. Be clear what you want, and still be, happy, and enjoy your superpower and your extra layer of jam, because it's fantastic. And I can't wait to speak to you again soon. Have a good day. Bye.